Hello everyone. In today's video, we will talk about MCX iComdex commodity indices. We have split this video into two parts. In part A, we will introduce to you the various MCX iComdex commodity indices that are available for viewing on the MCX platform. And then in part B, we will talk about the MCX iComdex Bullion Index futures, which will be available for trading from August 24th onwards. So let us get started with the first part. Broadly speaking, the iComdex indices can be split into three parts. The first is the composite index, which comprises of various index from different commodity sectors on the MCX. Second is sectoral indices, which at present comprises of bullion index and base metals index. And the third is individual indices, which at present comprises of gold index, silver index, copper index, and crude oil index. Now this deck over here compares iComdex index with equity indices. So this slide shows you the distinctions between the two and how a composite index differs from the equity index. Now let us get started with each of the three indices that we want to discuss in this video. Let us get started with the composite index first. Now a composite index is an excess return index. What exactly do I mean by an excess return index? Well, put it in simple words. The returns that are generated by an excess return index comes not only from changes in the price of individual commodity futures contracts, but also from the profits or losses that are realized by rolling commodity futures contracts from the near month to the subsequent month futures contracts. So put it in simplest words, an excess return indices comprises of commodity price return plus the roll yield. This is applicable not only for composite index but also for each of the other indices that are shown on the MCX. So even the sectoral and individual indices are excess return indices. The composite index comprises of 11 commodity futures contracts on the MCX. Of these 11 commodities, 2 are from the precious metals segment, 5 are from the base metal segment, 2 are from the energy segment, and 2 are from the agro segment. Now, how are the commodities chosen and selected into the composite index? They are done so on the basis of two parameters. One is the liquidity of the commodity futures contracts, and the other is the size of the physical markets in India. Primarily, commodities are chosen based on their liquidity on the exchanges. So that's the most important criteria. And secondly, they are also chosen based on the size of physical markets in India, which includes the production of those commodities as well as the imports of those commodities. Now, what is the purpose of a composite index? One major purpose of a composite index is that it can be used as a benchmark for tracking the performance of a commodity index or a commodity ETF that one entity could establish. So if an entity has developed their own commodity indices, then they can use the iComdex composite index as the benchmark and track the performance of their own commodity indices with the performance of the composite index. That's number one. The second purpose of iComDex Composite Index is that it tells you the trajectory of commodities in general in India. So it tells you it gives you a rough idea of how commodities that are priced in rupee terms are performing in India. That's the second major purpose of the composite index. Now this index, the data for this index is available from 31st December 2015 onwards, and back then it was set up with a base value of 10,000. Now the pie chart on the left over here shows you the constituents of the composite index as of today. As we can see, crude oil comprises a bulk of this index, occupying a weight of 30%, followed by gold, which occupies a weight of 23%. So more than 50% of the composite index is comprised of two commodities, namely crude oil and gold. So movements in crude oil and gold will have a significant say on the trajectory of the commodity index. Now the figure that is on the table that is on the top right shows you the average daily volatility of the composite index from 2016 to 2020 onwards. As we can see, in 2020 the average daily volatility has been the highest as compared to the average daily volatility seen over the past 4 years. Then the blue table on the bottom right shows you various statistics of the composite index, such as the annualized return from a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year and 3-year perspective, the annualized standard deviation, the annualized Sharpe ratio, and the absolute index returns. Now moving on to the Bullion Index. The iComDex Bullion Index is an excess index return, and it comprises of two commodities, namely gold and silver futures contracts that are traded on the MCX. Again, the weights are assigned primarily based on the liquidity of these commodities on the exchange, and secondarily on the basis of their physical market size in India. So as you can see from over here, 75% of the weight is assigned by liquidity and the rest is on the basis of physical market size in India. What is the purpose of Bullion Index? Well, the Bullion Index can be used as a benchmark for tracking the performance of the bullion sector in India. It can also be used for tracking the performance of bullion ETFs that are available for investing. So you could track how the bullion sector as a whole is performing by keeping this index as a benchmark. Now, as we will talk in the second part, the iComDex Bullion Index futures will be available for trading from August 24th onwards. This index will be quite beneficial for those who want to gain long-term exposure into bullion. So traders and investors alike will benefit by trading or investing via the Bullion Index. Again, the data for the Bullion Index on the MCX is available dating back to 31st December 2015, when the base value of this index was 10,000. Now, as you can see from the pie chart on the left, 71% of the Bullion Index comprises of gold and 29% comprises of silver. So this index will be heavily influenced by how gold is moving on the MCX. Again, the table on the top right shows you the average daily volatility of the Bullion Index over the past 5 years, whereas the table on the bottom right shows you various statistics pertaining to the Bullion Index from a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year and 3-year horizon. Moving on to the base metals index. The iComdex base metals index is an excess return index, and it comprises of 5 commodity futures contracts that are traded on the MCX. These commodities include copper, zinc, nickel, aluminium, and lead. Again, these commodities are weighted primarily based on their liquidity and also based on their physical market size in India. Just like the bullion index, the base metals index can be used as a benchmark to track the performance of the base metals and of the industrial sector in India. So by looking at the base metals index, you can roughly get an idea of how well base metals in India are faring. As I said, the base metals index is very ideal to gauging the health of the industrial sector in India. Again, the data for this index is available dating back to 31st December 2015, when this index started with a base value of 10,000. Now this pie chart over here shows you the weight of each of the 5 base metals in the base metals index. As you can see, zinc occupies 33% of the index weight, followed by copper, which accounts for 30% of the weight. So roughly 2/3 of the index is comprised of zinc and copper. So movements in these two commodities will have a major say on how the base metals index in general performs. Nickel, lead, and aluminium account for 15%, 13%, and 9% of the weight respectively. Then the two tables on the right show you various statistics of the base metals index. The table on the top shows you the average daily volatility over the past 5 years, whereas the table on the bottom shows you various statistics from a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year, and 3-year horizon. Finally, moving to individual indices now. Each of the 4 individual indices, namely the gold index, silver index, copper index, and crude oil index, are excess return indices. Now these indices can be used as a benchmark to track the performance of individual commodities in India. These indices are quite ideal when one wants to take a view on a specific commodity, or one wants to reduce exposure in a specific commodity futures contract. Again, the data for each of these 4 indices are available from 31st December 2015 onwards, when each of these indices started with a base value of 10,000. Now these are the various statistics pertaining to each of the gold index, silver index, copper index, and crude oil index from a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year, and 3-year time horizon. So you can look at this at ease. Finally, what are the benefits of the MCX iComdex commodity indices? One of the key benefits is that each of these indices are excess return indices. This enables one to earn returns that are based on the sum of price returns and roll returns, as we said earlier. So this is an advantage of the MCX iComdex commodity indices. They are excess return indices. Now these indices help you to diversify exposure in commodities. As said earlier, these indices can be used as a benchmark against which the performance of other commodity products can be tracked. So if you have set up a customized commodity product which comprises of several commodities, then you could keep the iComdex commodity indices as the benchmark and track the performance of your product vis-a-vis the iComdex commodity indices. Fourthly, it is very easy to replicate. Finally, the futures contracts, as and when they'll be available, would mostly have relatively smaller lot sizes and would be cash settled on a monthly basis. For this, we have taken the case of the MCX iComdex Bullion Futures Index, which compared to gold and silver has much smaller lot size and is cash settled on a monthly basis. Now, these are the latest statistics of various iComdex commodity indices as of 20th August 2020. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that as of 20th August, each of these indices are available only for viewing and tracking purpose on the MCX. They are not yet available for trading. However, from August 24th onwards, the MCX iComdex Bullion Index Futures will be launched, which traders and investors can then use to trade the Bullion Index on the MCX. So as you can see from these statistics, the MCX iComdex Gold Index has fared very well since the time it incepted. As I said, it had a base value of 10,000 on 31st December 2015 and currently stands at 17,652. So that's an appreciation of almost 76%. That's again widely because of the fact that gold has performed very well over the past 4-5 years. Naturally, the Bullion Index is the next that has performed very well, as it has risen almost 63% over the past 5 years. As I said, Bullion Index primarily comprises of gold. 71% of the Bullion Index comprises of gold futures. So naturally, it follows that movements in gold futures have a big say on the Bullion Index. And because gold has performed very well over the past 5 years, the Bullion Index in general has benefited from it. On the other hand, if you look at the iComdex Composite Index as a whole, it has not performed so well over the past 5 years. One reason for that is because crude oil, which is a major constituent of the iComdex Composite Index, has generally trended lower over the past 5 years. So that has caused the composite index as a whole to underperform. So that's all I had to say as far as part A was concerned. In part B, we will talk about the Bullion Index Futures contract. As I have been saying till now, the iComdex Bullion Index Futures contracts will be launched on August 24th, 2020. It will be available for trading from this date onwards. The index would track the performance of MCX Gold Futures 1 kg contract and Silver Futures 30 kg contract. The Bullion Index Futures contracts, what is the benefit of trading it? One of the biggest benefit of trading a Bullion Index is that it offers the benefit of diversification. Rather than having exposure to just one commodity, such as gold or silver, the trader or investor will have exposure to both the commodities and therefore will be able to reap the benefits of diversification. Because of this, the volatility will also reduce. So reduction in volatility is another benefit of trading or investing in Bullion Index Futures. Finally, as Bullion Index Futures will be an excess return index, the trader or investor will be able to benefit from the rolled returns on top of the price returns. Lastly, as we shall see in the coming few slides, the Bullion Index Futures contract will have smaller contract value. As such, they will require lesser margin as compared to the individual gold and silver 1 kg and 30 kg contracts respectively. Now, the underlying for the Bullion Index Futures will be the iComdex Bullion Index. Now this table over here shows you the details of the Bullion index. So as I said, the base value of the index is 10,000 and the data ranges back to 31st December 2015 when it was established with a base value of 10,000. 71% of the index comprises of gold and the remaining 29% comprises of silver. Now these weights are rebalanced annually on a January roll basis period. Now when do the rolls start? The roll starts 2 business days prior to the start of the tender period of the underlying constituents. So what this means is, if a particular contract, if a particular individual futures contract, let's say gold futures, expires on say 5th October, then the tender period starts 5 days prior to that. The rolls will start 2 business days immediately prior to the first tender day. So if the first tender day happens to be say 1st of October, then the rolls will start 2 business days prior to that. Then the final column over here shows you the risk and return for this year, that is from January 2020 to June 2020 onwards. As you can see, the average daily volatility of the index has been 1.4% and the returns have been 18%. Volatility this year has been higher than usual because gold and silver have performed strongly over the course of the past 6 to 8 months. Now these are the contract specifications of the Bullion Index futures contracts. At any point in time, at least 3 contracts will be available for trading. The lot size of the Bullion Index futures contracts will be 50. So the total contract value will be 50 multiplied by the value of the iComDex Bullion Index. The minimum price movement is 1 rupee. Settlement type will be cash settled. Margin that would be required to trade the Bullion Index futures will be minimum 5% or span, whichever is higher. So that's it that I had to say in this video, wherein we introduced to you the various commodity indices that are listed on the MCX. The MCX iComDex Bullion futures contract will be available for trading from August 24th onwards, and this product can be traded on our Fires mobile app as well as on our Fires web platform. So that's all that I had to say in this video. I hope you found this video pretty useful. That's it from my side. Thank you very much for viewing this video. Have a great day.